Hello everybody, Mr. Jiggles here, and we're playing Battlefield 2042. It is early release, from what I understand. I don't think a lot of the player base is going to be in here until it actually releases, I think on the 19th. Definitely not this week, going to be probably more next week, right? 7 days, probably a week from now, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks. Anyway, if you got the early access, you can basically play one of 3 different portions. You have your all-out warfare, which is going to be, right now, it's Conquest. I don't know if you can change it or whatever. Then there's Hard Zone, which is a little interesting, an objective-based kind of squad thing. I wouldn't say it's the BR. I don't know if that's their intention or not. Seems a little BR-ish if you're thinking about it. When you do die, I think you have the ability to redeploy if your squad's alive. But if not, you're dead and game's over. And then you have Battlefield Portal, which is, like it says, your Battlefield, your rules. There's a lot of custom games in there where people have kind of augmented the rules, different types and stuff, and I'll show you quickly what it's about. There's VIP Fiesta, which has a lot of different guns throughout the ages, and what it seemed was like a more modern kind of soldiers versus like the old school, like older age 1940s 42 era. I haven't played this Battlefield 1942 Classic Conquest, but I did play the Battlefield Bad Company 2 Rush, and that was pretty fun. I think everybody had the same gun set, so when it says these different battlefields, those are the guns. Those are the gun focused, from what I understand. So, yeah, there's a couple different options. Oh, you can browse community stuff. So, looks like a lot of the there's a lot of things you can do. So it's interesting. 1 hour bot 1 hour bot XP farm. Nice. Bot for gun. So yeah, it looks like there's a lot of different things you could do. Conquest, Rush, or Custom. Zombies, work in progress. Interesting. Yeah, I think this is probably going to be one of the coolest things about Battlefield 2042 is Portal. I think 100%. You're going to get all your classic Battlefield stuff as far as like modes and whatnot. Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of different things you can get essentially from this game. You get the regular game modes, you know, your TDM, your Conquest, your Rush, Breakthrough, ETC, stuff like that. I think there is Breakthrough available. Yeah. Trouble. And then you can go against bots or multiplayer. So, I mean, Conquest, super huge. Breakthrough is a little more action focused. It's either you're attacking or defending on specific areas. So that's a little faster paced. Conquest is just enormous, right? There's 128 players on Conquest. And I think there might be 128 on Breakthrough. But that is absolutely insane. There is crossplay enabled, so that's cool. That everybody can play essentially together. I think that's good. You do have your specialist that is going to be your main character, and they all have different abilities. I've been using this one just for the sentry. I haven't really used it though. And then there's loadouts for each specialist, so you can pick your assault loadout where you're gonna go run and gun. I essentially like the anti-material tank weapon because everybody's driving around in tanks. And you have your medic type, and you can change all these gadgets and stuff. Then you can customize all this stuff. Oh, you can swap these out. Okay, so that's even okay. Additional stuff here. So it seems that you get like 3 different scopes that you essentially want to use, and then there's all these that are locked, and you have to unlock them via mastery. And you can basically swap these out, so you can run an iron sight and a scope and blah, blah, blah. For the ammo, there's 6 different ammo types. And then you get that basically unlocking by the mastery challenges. You have to get kills with the gun. Guns are unlocked by level. So once you get those guns unlocked, you can work on the mastery and get the different attachments for them. Secondaries, there's only 3 unlocked by level once again. But yeah, I think it's very cool. It didn't seem like I was using the attachments thing mid-game as much as I did in the beta, and definitely with the beta there was more like customization ability because you're at like a standard higher level, so you had all these different attachments that you could swap on and try out. I still think that's really cool. With the older guns, I don't think you have that customization. So that's more of a 2042 thing, which I think is pretty good. But yeah, I feel like the gunplay feels pretty good. I'm just kind of figuring out a lot of different things. As far as like aiming sensitivity, stuff like that. I recently switched over to 3200 DPI, so everything's super fast for me, and I'm just more of adjusting to that. Yeah, but one thing I was kind of frustrated. It's always frustrating, let's just say that, on Conquest when you run into like a tank. Or in this case, I ran into like a hoverboard that almost seemed like it was indestructible. And like maybe that's something I could change on my loadouts, would be to swap this for like a C4 or something. Is there any C4? Yeah, C5. Yeah, this would be perfect for me. Level 9. Okay. Anti-tank mine, med pen, that's interesting. Cool. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff in this game. I think people generally are going to be satisfied. If you're not like a huge Battlefield fan, I mean, I would stick to the more action-paced stuff. Or like if you're coming from COD or coming from, you know, an FPS and you want more action, definitely try the different modes and see how you like those. And then you can kind of just focus on that. But I think the big focus this year is Portal. That to me is the most exciting portion of this, just because you have all these different things you can do and there's all these different community stuff. Like there's all these different things. You can host your own server and you can customize your own server as it is. There's so many things. Store, collection. Yeah, just going back and being able to use these guns, or, you know, the characters in those games are going to be absolutely massive. So I hope you enjoyed the little rundown of kind of like the early access portion of the Battlefield release. Anyways, thank you for stopping by and checking out this video, and I will catch you on the next one. See ya.